Hello my friends, and welcome to today's episode on Grainificent. In today's episode, I will be talking about the wonderful life of photographer Saul Leiter. If you like this type of videos, please remember to hit that like button under the video. It shows the YouTube algorithm that this video is worthy of showing to others. And if you like film photography related content, videos like these, film photography gear, darkroom stuff, please remember to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any amazing content. It shows me I make helpful and interesting content. So without further ado, let's get into the video. There are those who see the world in black and white, and then there was Saul Leiter, a man who painted with light, wandering through rain-smeared windows and found poetry in the mundane. His life was a quiet rebellion against the ordinary, a testament to the beauty of wandering off the beaten path. He wasn't just a photographer. He was a poet with a camera, a painter who never stopped seeing the world in hues of melancholy and wonder. Saul Leiter was born in Pittsburgh in 1923, the son of a renowned Talmudic scholar. His father had grand visions for him: rabbinical school, a life of religious study, a straight and narrow path. But Saul had other plans. He was a dreamer, a quiet observer who preferred the company of his own thoughts to the rigid expectations of tradition. At 12, he snuck into an art supply store and bought his first set of paints with money he'd saved from odd jobs. His father, upon discovering this, was less than thrilled. "You want to be an artist?" he might have said, voice thick with disapproval. "Artists starve." Saul, ever the quiet rebel, simply kept painting. At 23, with little more than a suitcase and a stubborn determination, Saul left Pittsburgh for New York City. The year was 1946, and the city was alive with jazz, smoke, and the restless energy of post-war America. He arrived with no plan, no connections, just a burning need to be somewhere that didn't feel like the life he was supposed to live. For a while, he struggled. He took odd jobs, lived in tiny, dimly lit apartments, and occasionally wondered if his father had been right. But then something magical happened. He discovered photography, or rather, photography discovered him. A friend handed him a camera, and suddenly the world made sense in a way it never had before. Saul never set out to be a photographer. In fact, he often joked that he stumbled into it like a drunk into a lamppost, unintentionally, but with great impact. He had no formal training, no interest in the rules of composition or the techniques of exposure. He simply saw things, the way light filtered through a cafe window, the blur of a passing figure, the way snow settled on a fire escape, and he captured them. His early work was dismissed by some as too painterly, too unconventional. The photography world at the time was obsessed with sharpness, clarity, decisive moments. Saul, meanwhile, was more interested in the spaces between moments, the quiet, the unnoticed, the beautifully imperfect. For decades, Saul Leiter remained largely unknown, while contemporaries like Robert Frank and Diane Arbus, videos of which you can also watch on this channel, they rose to fame. He worked in relative obscurity, shooting fashion assignments to pay the bills and creating his own art on the side. There were times when even he questioned whether anyone would ever care about his photographs. But here's the thing about Saul. He didn't particularly care if they did. He once told a friend, "I didn't wake up every morning thinking, how can I become famous today? I woke up thinking, what can I see today that I've never seen before?" That was the secret to his longevity. Not ambition, but curiosity. It wasn't until his 70s that the world finally caught up to Saul Leiter, a retrospective exhibition, a rediscovery of his color work, which had been overlooked for decades, and suddenly he was being hailed as a pioneer. Magazines wanted interviews, galleries wanted shows, young photographers wanted to know his secrets. Saul, ever the dry wit, found the whole thing amusing. "I spent most of my life being ignored," he said. "Now, suddenly, I'm interesting. I'm not sure what changed. Maybe people just got better taste." What set Saul apart wasn't just his eye for color or his unconventional compositions. It was his ability to find beauty in the overlooked. He didn't chase grand scenes or dramatic moments. He found magic in a rain-streaked taxi window, in the curve of a stranger's shoulder, in the way a shadow fell across a sidewalk. He once said, "The world is full of people who are certain they know what a good photograph should look like. I'm not one of them. I just know what moves me." Saul Leiter passed away in 2013, leaving behind a body of work that continues to inspire photographers, artists, and dreamers. His life was a reminder that success doesn't always come in the form of fame or fortune. Sometimes it's simply the act of staying true to your own vision, even when no one else seems to notice. And if there is one lesson to take from his story, it's this: the world doesn't need more people following the rules. It needs more people who see things differently. So here's to Saul, the man who turned sidewalks into canvases, who found elegance in the everyday, and who proved that sometimes the quietest voices leave the loudest echoes. And if he were here, he'd probably shrug at all this praise, mutter something self-deprecating, and then go to take a photograph of a coffee stain because, well, it looked interesting. If you liked this video, please remember to hit that like button down below. It shows the YouTube algorithm that this video is worthy of showing to others. And if you like film photography related content, just like these videos, film camera gear, darkroom stuff, please remember to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any amazing content. That also shows me that I make helpful and interesting videos. And if you would like to support this channel so I can make more videos, more content, better content, all for you, there's a donation link down in the description below, or you can support me using the support button under the video. And if you want more bang for your buck, look into channel memberships, where from $1 a month, you can see all the videos I make before they go public. So thank you for watching, my friends. Take care and see you in the next episode.